Well, for those who like sunny and warm weather, it was indeed a good Friday.
Yes, it was a very good Friday, and a little bit of a light rain shower here and there across parts of the Suncoast, but all in all, it looks to be pretty good too, right as we head into Easter weekend too. So sunrise service is not too bad. This is a Casey Key webcam. You can see off in the distance, there's one of those lone showers that had moved through just after 2 o'clock. The sea breeze never really getting going today, so temperatures warmed up into the upper 80s. Whenever you don't get the sea breeze, you get the quite warm temperatures here along the Suncoast with that easterly wind flow. And you can see some showers off in the distance there in the Gulf. Weather headlines read like this. Record warm temperatures expected for some areas here along this warm weekend. And then a chance for some much needed rainfall comes next week. Those rain chances are the highest we've seen, but they're not all that high, 40% for Thursday and Friday. The pollen count, we could use some rain to clear some of this pollen out of the atmosphere as the winds kind of pick up. It blows it all around, and the trees are the highest category as far as it goes. 10.5 today, and projections at 10.0 tomorrow. The top allergens, oak, bayberry, and hickory from the hickory trees there causing the problem. So rainfall, as I said, it's very sporadic. There's isolated showers here and there blowing up now into Highlands County along the east coast. Not a lot going on here. There's a little weak disturbance moving through the Gulf of Mexico. The high clouds are moving in our direction, but the precipitation is actually moving to the west right now as a result of a large area of high pressure, which continues to dominate the weather off the eastern seaboard there in the east coast of Florida, bringing us that easterly wind flow. And that easterly wind flow is so strong today that it's keeping that sea breeze pinned right near the coast. That's the reason why we saw a few brief showers earlier. Currently, it's still pretty warm, 86 degrees, but look at the humidity. It's not the best news. It's good, it's comfortable out there, but when you have an east wind at 20 and a relative humidity at 30%, that's a red flag warning for a high fire danger. If fires start, they can spread rather rapidly in this kind of situation. So firefighters are watching that very closely this evening. The high today, 88 degrees, well above the average of 80. And not close to the record, though. 94 set back in 1966. This morning's low was right at it at 61 degrees. And boy, we could use the rain. We're over 7 inches below average so far for this year. Well, Saturday's forecast looks pretty much like it is today. We'll see a little bit more sunshine than this particular forecast model is projecting. But we will see a few clouds in the afternoon and evening. As I mentioned, just a slight chance for an isolated sprinkle here and there. The wind flow staying out of the east, so it should be a very comfortable start to Saturday morning. And then picking up a little bit at times, but generally out of the east all day long. And that means another day with highs in the upper 80s at places like, looks like Lakewood Ranch, as well as into Palmetto and Parrish. We'll see highs approaching 90, but with that east wind, the humidity will stay pretty low throughout most of the day. That high pressure ridge is blocking anything from coming in. You see a front comes down, then stops and actually washes away. And a few showers now moving through Iowa and out west into Washington, Oregon, and California. Temperatures now 50s up in Portland and Boston and New York, and 62 now in Detroit, 73, and now reported in Indianapolis, 78 in Wichita, and 67 in Omaha. For boaters tomorrow, breezy to start things off. Then the winds will calm down for a little while, and they'll pick back up later on in the day. Water temperature 75 degrees, and beaches will see a high in the low 80s. Low tide upcoming 10:26, sunset at 7:54, and sunrise will be at 7:05. Partly cloudy, clearing late, and mild. 63 for low tomorrow. Mostly sunny, beautiful. 85 east winds at 10 to 15. The extended forecast calling for mid-80s throughout much of next week. There's that rain chance I mentioned, 30% on Wednesday, moving up a little bit on Thursday and Friday. Ray?